Happy Sunday, folks. Here we are. So this is going to be the last Sunday social for about a month or so, because we're going on tour, and they don't intermingle. If I'm out on the road, I can't be here doing these socials at home, but I do find I have time to maybe record a show or so when I'm out on the road. And maybe you'll see one sometime during the month as a little treat. But yeah, let's discuss the schedule. So today is Sunday. I think Wednesday is the 31st. Being Thursday is the 1st. Starting on the 1st, up until about the 9th, I'm going to be doing rehearsals every single day. Not that I don't rehearse every single day, but we're going to be doing long ones. I'm going to be live streaming those, so you can see them, you can tune in, you can hoot and holler. It won't be as much dialogue back and forth. I may not be talking in between songs. I may play a song a few times, stuff like that, working out the kinks, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so if you want to tune in, I think now we are technologically savvy enough to be able to do it on both the laptop and the Instagram. So we'll be able to do it on YouTube here or Patreon, whatever way you're looking at it, and also on the Instagram. So we'll see. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, otherwise, the Lowercase Folk Tour, we're kicking it off August 10th. So we're going to be running the East Coast. We're gonna muff up the East Coast. It's going to be great. August 10th, we're going to start in Glens Falls, New York. We're going to be at the Vegan Fest. That's going to be right in City Park. So if you're familiar with Glens Falls, that's like right by the library. That big, beautiful area, you know, like right in the middle of the city. Right in the middle of Glens Falls. I'll be there. I'll be slinging folk. I'm playing the last set. I think that's at 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And then we got a handful of days, but then next you'll find me on the 20th in Portland, Maine. I'll be at the Blue, because, you know, I love the Blue. I've been in the Blue many a times. It's one of my favorite places. From the Blue, we will be 2 days from there. On the 22nd, we'll find ourselves in Burlington, Vermont at the Wallflower Collective, another favorite of mine. The next day, oh, wait, this is going to just sound like it's all my favorites. That's because it is. Otherwise, why would I be playing a show there, right? The next day, the 23rd, I'll be in Plattsburgh, New York at the Koffee Espresso bar. I love that place. They always serve me up with a nice double shot right before I hit the road and drive back home. And then after, on that Saturday, you're going to find me at the Harmony of Arts Festival. That's in Johnstown, New York. Again, that's right in the middle of their city. There's a big amphitheater there. It's beautiful. I'll be inside there. We had to change, or I was notified of a set time change. I'll be playing at 2:45 o'clock. So I'll be playing an hour set. So we'll have a lot of fun. And then, oh, where are we now? That's the 24th. Then on the 30th, we're going to be at Mojo's Cafe and Gallery in Troy, New York. We're going to be joined by my dear friend Seth and maybe some of his friends and Headless relatives. The very next day, we'll be back booting it up to Lake George. We'll be doing one from the living room, which I'm sure you folks may recognize the living room for one of our live albums before. So that will be a fun one. We'll be closing off the tour with that. So yeah, 7 shows, man. I'm pretty stoked. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna do today, I got 12 songs for you. 12 songs I all had written, demoed, and all that after I put out Appreciates You, or after I finished recording Appreciates You. So these are 12 new songs. 12 new songs. It's like 50 some odd minutes of studio versions. It may get a little bit longer today because I tend to ramble sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna start things off. This one I did for Friday's field recording. This is a song about my grandparents. It's probably about some of your grandparents, some of your parents, depending on your age. Yeah, we're talking about the generation where, like, you know, beating your wife and sexism and racism was like the cool thing to do. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, right? Well, maybe not the cool thing to do, but that was like normal. It was part of normality. And that shit's not cool. So this is a song. I like to write songs to try to fuck up those things. You know, just take a rusty club and bat them a few times. Yeah, I guess that's a bad parallel to make about abuse, but all the same. This is genuine hardwood toothpicks. Let's get a little hot coffee before this. We start this one a cappella. A few days before December, in 1927. A pint of English blood, a quart of Norwegian flair. It's hard to think my granny was born on Dr. Seuss's first wedding day. Top of her high school class, the year they pushed the fat man out of a speeding Enola Gay, followed by the melting little boy. All the suitors were Marines, cutting fascist throats to get back to Evelyn. I was engaged, I think, to your papa. We borrowed from his brother a thin-wheeled motorcycle that taught me how to drive real fast. Stationed in mainland China, we took her for a ride, and then we hit a dog. We didn't kill the dog, he got up and ran away. Variety of all things forms a pleasure. She surely wouldn't feel the same when half of her kids go and take their lives down the street from the cul-de-sac, in a screen-in porch with wicker chairs, a metal milk jug, a white plant stand. They sit all afternoon and chew the fat. Pick your own blueberries, pack a picnic lunch to push the feelings down. Folly generation grades, racism whitewash their picket fence. All the suitors are still Marines, geriatric man better off dead overseas at 17. I was married more than 50 years to the same abusive man. I let him kick my grandkids around, he beat me if I let him down. Our suburban status quo got way too out of hand. Self-righteous hypocrisy, blood of marriage, God bless the stars and stripes. Yeah, that one you can find a video of. I did that one fittingly in a room that my grandmother had stenciled all the paintings on the wall. Made it look like wallpaper. There's also some demos. Actually, there's a demo of every single one of these songs on my Patreon. So if you want to, I feel like I haven't been putting it this way, but this is kind of like a tip bucket as well, which you won't ever see a tip jar at one of my shows. I don't like that kind of thing, me personally. But someone's like, well, where can I throw you a couple bucks? Well, that's I guess what Patreon is for as well, though I see it as something to give you more than you just give something to me. So like on Patreon, you can get early access to all of these. As soon as I am done literally recording and uploading it, it's on Patreon. And then I wait till noon Eastern Standard Time to post it on YouTube. What else you can find there? You can find a digital download of all these shows. You can find demos, what I was getting to. There's a demo for every single one of these on there. I started recording those in October of last year. I went away with my wife. We went away for a 1-year delayed honeymoon because right after our wedding was a little hectic, as us both being self-employed and taking off time for the wedding. We're like, let's just wait a year and then take our honeymoon and we can enjoy it a little better. And we did. So I wrote some of those songs then when we were away. And when I got home, I started recording. So pretty much, yeah, 12 demos ready to go for our next album. We'll just see how I gotta plan that out. I'm not sure how I want to approach it just yet. So, but this is one of the early ones. I wrote this one probably about a year ago. Some shows on Appreciates You tour in February would have caught this song. I prefaced this one as, it's all true, except the parts that put me in hot water. Then those are strictly fabrications. Watching The Shining on LSD, I was fed a mouthful near Canada Street. Drove that Rottweiler-seeking Jeep to the reservoir as the double yellows leaped. I saw an eldritch god in the sun. I couldn't help but look away and laugh. You see, my blue eyes, they don't fare that well in the daylight. Sitting crisscross with crustaceans, pulling the petals off daisies. On a riverbank where Smeagol drowned eagle, I drink the lion's share of the Yingling, scarf down a box of small chocolate chip cookies, and then as quickly as I can, I smoke enough cigarettes to ensure I throw them all up. I can handle research chemicals better than a family bakery sellout. Cast iron stomach when I swallow pills dry. Rust-pitted pan if I have too much table salt. The Achilles heel, this halo file. I lay in bed and I feel the throb behind my right eye. Perhaps it's my left. Let's till the till, let's tip the scales from insomnia quelling to substance dependence. Did it start to get heavy thumbed on childhood mornings creeping into the kitchen? Swallowing fistfuls of coffee beans from the kitchen freezer? Settling on ice cream sandwiches if the beans too cool? Watching Roger cave in Piggy's skull with a rock in my grandparents' home, then my grandfather turning in Beelzebub and kicking me so very hard. Relighting my parents' cigarette butts I found in the yard. The ones they told me to clean up so their parents didn't know they smoked. They'd be days old and steep like tea bags, and still to this day when I brew rooibos, I can't stand but to see that tan nicotine-stained trash can. You know, the one with the rodent bite marks on the top of the one time they wanted out. Two front teeth, man, they never stop growing. A frontal lobotomy is all I wanted for Christmas, taking kitchen knives to the backs of couches, cramming birds' beaks and pellet gun barrels. Rubbing my own temple with a 32 short, smoking salvia divinorum in the high school basement's bathroom, while a future pedophile and soon-to-be Main Street jaywalk hunter kept watch. Handing over jars of gunpowders to the politician's son in the high school halls. Fly tying traumatic feathers with coping method thread. Fly tying barbed hooks of traumatic growth with coping method thread. Oxidation and tetanus awaits. Oxidation and tetanus awaits. Linchpins, push pins in the corked back maps of upbringing. Linchpins, push pins in the corked back maps of upbringing. Linchpins, push pins in the corked back maps of upbringing. Thought I knew what moderation was, and still I faced its ugly side. A few drinks a day, back down to none. Had on crash withdrawal symptoms. Let my heart and liver lost to hereditary table toss. Personification is a stepping stone. Organ side, it chilled my bones. My warmest sweater is cold when I've left it unworn. You're my favorite flower mug, thirsty in the cupboard. My houseplants all laugh when the sun breaks open a cloud. My inanimate friends are proud of me, and I'm always making more. Grocer thinks I run the loon. I always keep the crooked crop. The challenge I face is the one they love. Fingers saved as I peel theirs down. The most supportive monster I have ever formerly met. For $12 at the flower stand, to bamboo crosses I hold his hand. And my warmest sweater is cold when I've left it unworn. You're my favorite flower mug, thirsty in the cupboard. My houseplants all laugh when the sun breaks open a cloud. My inanimate friends are proud of me, and I'm always making more. My warmest sweater is cold when I've left it unworn. You're my favorite flower mug, thirsty in the cupboard. My houseplants all laugh when the sun breaks open a cloud. My inanimate friends are proud of me, and I'm always making more. So that was Whether You Like It or Not, and then that was Silly Sorrow. Silly Sorrow, you can find a nice video recently over on Unsigned 518 with my dear friend Andy Scullin. We did a live recording over at the Dazzle Den, and that was pretty good. We still got 2 more recordings coming out from my adventures over there. I'm not sure when they'll be out. It'll be as much of a surprise to you as it is to me, but look forward to that. There's a couple versions over there you can find right now, and there's 2 tunes up now, I should say. But yeah. The mourning doves are mourning. I got a song about you guys in a little bit, don't you worry. But I hope everyone's Sunday is off to a start. I'll admit it's a little dew heavy. It's nice and cool. I like it. This shirt is thick. It's a little thick, and I was kind of concerned, but it's holding up just well. I mean, I guess I don't really have it buttoned too much, but you know. This was another thrift shop wonder. Got this Finders Keepers in Glens Falls. I make it a point because I normally get to town a little bit early because I like to be on time. So if I'm playing a show, I normally get to town. If I can get into the venue early enough, I get all my stuff in there so it's nice and safe. And then I go adventuring. And I normally try to find a thrift shop, a bookshop, get myself a new shirt, and get myself a cheap book. This is how we roll. Last time I was in Plattsburgh, bought 2 books. I'm almost done with them both. I know it was a while ago, but I just want to be able to, when I get there, go and buy another book. And it was great. Where this next song, speaking of Plattsburgh and the Lake Champlain Valley, this song is it's about a few things, but it kind of is an overarching thematic about making better memories in places that normally hold or held shit memories for you. And for me, a few particular places around the Champlain and other waterways around it, I had some bad associations. Most of it was my own doing. Some was others. But I'm trying to make better memories in those places now, and I'm succeeding. And that's what this song is doing. This is monkton boro. It starts with a sweater new. I ain't wearing a sweater. Welcome to Benson, the white wooden sign did read. Old man tried to keep us there in a bank-vault bookstore. Most folks underwhelm me, grandiose stories half-baked. Leopard on lurking in the bottom end of my lake. Maybe share a cigarette on the old Champlain ferry. Sign says no smoking, organic full-body taste. Blue moon palms airing out, southbound on the Northway. Snuck past state trooper, my $3 thrift shop shirt. Ashes go from jewelweed as you practice gravity. They saw be patient, you'll be dead soon enough. You're in a rush for your own grave, there's a bell mark around your neck. Stay here and sing when I say you don't feel so alone. Find me 2 days later, projecting lowercase sad folk. Limp headliner in the Capitol, drop a book on the opener. Find me back to the 802, thinking I should not too. Past the house where first smelled coke and nautical manslaughter. Ashes go from jewelweed as you practice gravity. Let's all be patient, you'll be dead soon enough. You're in a rush for your own grave, there's a bell mark round your neck. Stay here and sing when I see you don't feel so alone. Yeah, there's monkton boro. Yeah, 2 little fun facts about that. Vermont, some of you may be from Vermont. They've got 1 area code. It's 802. My dyslexic ass can't really do numbers that well, so in my head, an 8 has about 60% of the same turns. 50%. Bear with me on my percentages. In my head, it looks like a 5. So it took me to playing that show in Vermont to realize that I was messing it up in my head and singing 5-02 when it should be 8-02. Forgive me. The very next day when I played in Plattsburgh, I told some folks, and there were some Vermonters in the crowd, of course, and they sure thought it was funny. It's funny. I think it's funny. I just, yeah. If I ever say numbers and they sound really weird, or if I say like, oh, look at all of this orange around me. Colors green and orange. Fucking flip them. No idea. Brain chemistry, man. Synapses and stuff. Wild. Yeah. This next one. As one of a band I enjoy, Ramshackle Glory, says, there's another song about alcoholism. It's a serious smells of deer. Riley regale your sacrificed life. You blast past your genetic stop signs, shouting the white rim ones are optional. You're not drinking anymore. Someday you'll drink less. Your body's acute ability to metabolize poison, self-acclimation by mediation. Referring to myself more as we, lowercase I, that's you, that's me, interjecting ourselves until selfless, empathize with the thankless, identifying with the number 5, blood vessels birth beneath your eyes, black zip ties and garbage bags, vignette your bottom lash. Sobering shame, other alcoholics hate you. Blue tape flies when they see your tab is free. Sunday drunks peddling the blood of Christ. They see pity and anonymity, waterboarding with communal wine, trade in the bottle to the usher in the aisle. His basket tax, your denial, baptized blood day gin and rye. Referring to myself more as we, lowercase I, this you, that's me, interjecting ourselves until selfless, empathize with the thankless, identifying with the number 5, blood vessels birth beneath your eyes, black zip ties and garbage bags, vignette your bottom lash, vignette your bottom lash. It was monkton, boro, and then Sirius smells a deer. Where is it? Ah, it's still in the hair. Got me booby. Little booby pin. This next one is new. I think I recorded the demo for it last week. My sense of time is complete shite. My mind is mush lately, which is good. The mush is okay. It's better than it was. I've said this on previous things. About 2.5 weeks in, starting treatment. I'll be starting therapy, counseling, whatever, next week for bipolar disorder. So that's just something that I hadn't really acknowledged and I hadn't really taken care of since I was a wee lad, maybe 15, 16, something like that. And now I am. I'm taking care of myself. And if you need someone else to hear that it won't be the end of the world if you start getting counseling and you start taking medication and you start seeking professional help, may it come from me. May it be this right now. It's okay to get help. It's really cool to get help. It's pretty groovy. So, if you need it and you're like, well, it's not cool, man. Yeah, it is, bro. It's totally cool. I know some people may think that something being cool is a good enough reason, not your well-being, but who knows? Well, I don't know. I've met some weird people. This is Joy V. Can't help but smile at the smell of my burning teeth. It'll stay in my nose for more than a few days. Haven't seen my upper lip in well over a year. Mustache metamorphosed into a beautiful moth. Celebrate, I have my wife. Braid my hair up so tight. Finish her off with a jupine bow and a little bit of postmarital. I've been self-medicating since I was in my teens for an undiagnosed bipolar 1 disorder. Fuck it, man, I'm calling up the doc on the morning. Rightly feared it'd be 2 months before they could see me. Lady laughed and slyly said, how about 2 o'clock? If I can make it until then, I know I can be a better man. I know I can, I know I can. We watched our steps and still we fall. We pinky swore above it all. 2 for 1, we conquer all. We'd fix our faults, we'd have a ball. I passed 5 college-level chem classes. I understand a simple chemical balance. Let us get our endorphins in tune, my wife said to me. And more or less once you made it past 30. Let's see what your check engine's on. We watched our steps and still we fall. We pinky swore above it all. 2 for 1, we conquer all. We fix our faults, we'd have a ball. versus all. Jovial. Yeah, so that one I saw a box of gluten-free pasta. And it said jovial. Mouth noises. This one is about having a pesky rodent wake you up in the middle of the night. I awake to a field mouse dropping a shagbark hickory nuts in the ceiling above my head. When it rains and the inevitable tin roof leaks, I smell the seeds the rodents missed, becoming swollen. Afraid of heights, I lean a ladder against the crumbling chimney the house no longer exhales from, to throw tar on leaky lungs. Only then do I first see the signs of growth. A push of green matching the house's exterior paint. Easily a dozen tree seedlings, haphazardly arranged by mice. A tree house in reverse. It may be better let nature run its course. Let the trunks support the slanted roofs. Let the roots plug the basement holes. Song for the morning doves and for slaughtering fascists. I see 3 snow geese breaking bread with their maple leaf friends. You gaggle is who makes you giggle. They need not share your plumage. I see that you're still afraid to fly. I'll walk you across that border blind where the serotinous jack pine thrive. water flow splits flat rock. Skipping stones with the levee failed. Funky picnic tables with rusty nails under hazel skies. The sun bleached foresight. A lone crow moves to his grackle floor. There's fresh trash in the mural painted boxcar. Light shimmer black feather, the dark glow of friendship in fall. The morning, the hawk mourns loss of a dove. The owl, full of wisdom, let the mouse take the leads. Thought ingrained in fear can be resolved. Skipping stones with the levee fails. Funky picnic tables with rusty nails under hazel skies. The sun bleached foresight. That was beyond fond into forced patriotism as fascism. Yes. Remember, if anyone tells you or makes you do something to show your gusto for your country, they're making you do it, forcing you to do it. It's kind of fascism. Huh. Making you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, forcing you to. Fascism. I don't believe in painting or putting stickers on my guitar, but I could Woody this one, but I won't. You guys put up with a lot, you folks. I appreciate it. milling about the 3/4 fairy ring, mulling my doubts in cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and allspice. From the same burned bookshelf flower box, I see him grow lavender and chamomile for tea. I know the larch longs for his laurel, an aromatic melee, no stoplight stalling. Her leaves keep him at bay. A tamarack is true to his words. Fell to love in the songs he overheard. Couple sing for the trees. I've even seen them take the time for the bees. Stuck between deciduous and conifer, let winter fake my death, held my green needles fall away down the yellow. Tar and feathered in the caterpillar year, let the moss spawns bluff beg the question, what have I been hungering for? Larch longs for his laurel, an aromatic melee, no stoplight stalling. Her leaves keep him at bay. A tamarack is true to his word. Felt the love in the songs he overheard. I know the couple sing for the trees. I've even seen them take the time for the bees. Get out of here, plane. Trespassing. I don't own up into infinitum, but I do own the safe and reasonable flying distance. So bugger off, friend. Here's a song about friends and loved ones saving your life and didn't know they saved your life. There's plenty of reasons not to. The last one was hackmatack. Song to throw the safety onto, a tune unties your 13 loop knots, unslips the soles of your jumping shoes, a comb to flush the powders all down the drain. Can't promise that you won't need to hear it again. Go count the times I've had to sing it again. A promise I can keep is that I never will stop. You need not say a word, though you're singing as swell. Couple friends call as you sob on the couch. A new love interest calls off your date with death. The only resolution that you made that new year was your DOD was January 1, 2020. Start to see that something's different about your day, and how they end up more than extended stay. You outgrew all the birthdays that you swore you would miss. You find a gray hair on your 28th year. People always buy your bestest lie. You swear you're fine as you die inside. Go back on your word, make your sorrows heard. The more folks that know, the stigma can grow. And people always buy your bestest lie. You swear you're fine as you die inside. Go back on your word, make your sorrows heard. The more folks that know, the stigma can grow. Plenty of reasons not to. So those who haven't tuned in before, there's a small local airport, 10 minutes down the road. It's cool when my pilot friends want to fly into town and do stuff, but it's not cool when we're trying to record and some old man dinkus is just up there doing loops because he's got nothing better to do than, put all that gas fumes up into the Yonkers. Some people's kids, man. I got two more for you. I was gonna say, where'd the coffee go? Where'd the coffee go? All right. This is, did the D stand for disembarkation? Measuring winter's length by the burn marks on the backs of my hands. Washing my hair with Grandpa's pine tar. Rinse it out with apple cider vinegar. The smell, it makes me nauseous. Bending the rules of a typical bender. Days to weeks, now I'm 10 months weak. More like a year and a half. Glass bottles clink and I am chest deep in the ocean. Seeing several minds bob just beneath the surface. What a convoluted way to say helping you still helps me. Making a simple ink with the creosote of the wood stove pipe. Add some flood water, it goes black, like the blood blister on my right pointer finger. Writing a ransom letter to myself, a hostage kept until we reach self-accountability. I can turn a flower back to ash when all the to-dos have become to done. What a convoluted way to say helping you still helps me. There's always room for two. On the bayonet you fell on alone. Applying pressure on each other's wounds. There's always room for two. On the bayonet you fell on alone. Applying pressure on each other's wounds. Did the D stand for disembarkation? Whew. That was one of the earliest demos we did. I wrote that one, obviously, when there was still a wood stove to be burning my hands on. All right, I know we're at the hour mark, but I got one more for you. Yeah, that's always a fun fact if you folks don't know. If, like, maybe it's just with me rambling, but on paper, those songs were only 50 minutes. And here we are in an hour. So I've been talking, but I know in live situations I got a plan for that. I know some folks have a tough time with banter. And they're like, well, I got through my set, it was supposed to be an hour, and then I'm 30 minutes and I'm done. I don't have that problem. Maybe that's for worse or for better. Maybe I talk too much. That could be, maybe I have a lot to say. I'm not judging the validity or the quality of what I say, it's just the quantity of what I have to say. No, man, I should be more. Yeah, I got good shit to say, listen. All right, this is Miss Timberdoodle's March. like foam, but raspberries like psychedelia. A mother of four, the snipe sings hers. Springtime sonnets, beat to beat, the fruit tree creaks, they stay so grounded in the bog when the tall and man could walk along. You see the woodcock? Man, I would rank it up there as one of the fanciest birds I've ever seen in my gosh darn life. You know, they walk around, they strut, man, they got a strut. I know my wife's got a strut, she struts that fancy strut. But I don't know if my wife does it to spook up the earthworms like Mama Woodcock does. She does it to get the worms to the top so her babies can eat so many little worms, and it's so gosh dang cute, and then she eviscerates them, and she masticates them, and then she goes, chopped up worms. Castor beans, she makes rice and tea, leavening playing fields for the flyless. When fighter flies, kicks it with us, we chortle hard. Synthetic goals, the choice was hers, but not hers alone. To help a man become the law, his leather flesh Thank you, folks. I appreciate you all so much. Last I looked, there's 292 of you subscribed. So if you're seeing this now and you're not subscribed, do me a favor and subscribe, because I have found, and it seems counterintuitive, or it seems like that's what people said before and no one believed them, but the more you engage on these, in my shorts and my videos elsewhere, the more people that see them. It's crazy. It's like wild. Sometimes these Sunday socials, which are over an hour long, have like 600 people watch them now. That's crazy. So what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get this so my tours get bigger and bigger and bigger. So right now we're at 7. And I saw some of you comment. I had a conversation with you. Yeah. Canada. Yeah, I'll come to Canada. I can get across the border. I got my extended license, all that stuff. Last time I went through, they're like, sure, come on in. And then when I got back to the US, they're like, sure, come on in. I'm like, all right. So I can still go to Canada. I can still bring the music up there. So you let me know. Yeah, we'll come up to Canada. We're going out west. I got places in California and Chicago. So those are kind of far away from me and far from each other. So we need some middle grounds. So folks, this is where you come in. If you have a venue near you and you're like, I want some of this funky folk, let me know. Let me know. That's how I do this, because I do this all DIY right now until I get scooped up by some management or label or something like that. Right now I'm doing all the booking. I'm doing all the behind the scenes stuff too. So it works best where I just reach out to a venue and be like, hey, I've got a pocket of my listeners in your area. Let's do a show. And then we go from there. If you own a venue, even better. You let me know. If you got a house party, you got a big backyard, you got money to spend on a show, because it's not like a free come on and hang out. I treat it as a show. We boom it, we bang it. You let me know for those too, because we're here to rock and roll, folks. We're gonna do this. We're gonna take over the world with this music. I feel it's productive music and stuff that we can do good with, so we should. Those are my thoughts on the matter. But until maybe a sneak-in concert recording from the footage, I will be seeing you folks for rehearsals live, so tune into those. They'll be fun. It'll be shenanigans. Otherwise, I'll see you on the road, and we'll be back in September for some more Sunday socials, midweek meetups, and field recordings. So yeah, thank you so much. Truly, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all so much. Ta-ta, sayonara, konnichiwa, do widzenia, adios. What else? Ciao, adios, au revoir, bye-bye, toodles, auf Wiedersehen. Bye. Thank you. Striking up a sad conversation. You see, I say I saw a spotted salamander